Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about why I program speed box squats for the majority of my own squatting for the majority of my clients and why this works. And I'm not saying higher specificity training with a lot of back squatting doesn't work. What I'm saying is it beats you up more and it gives you less longevity in lifting for no additional strength benefits. And here's the thing. There's a reason speed boxes work so well. It's a reason they work at Westside. And, people will say things like, well, that's only for equipped squatting. It doesn't work for raw squatters. Yet how many of those guys can squat 700 or 800 pounds completely raw? Tons of them using the same form. Winning's another perfect example, as he pointed out. He's like the same training that I used to squat whatever, well over 1,000 pounds that he did multiply. He came and squatted over 900 pounds using the same form and the same training when he went completely raw in competition. All right, it is not, absolutely not for multiply only squatters. Now, you guys see me train this way, and you've seen me hit up to 605 on one of my bars on a back squat. I have clients who are sub 500 pound guys who do this year round. Sorry, they're sub 200 pound guys who squat 500 plus. Right, I've got guys weighing like 175, 180 who can squat 500, no reps, completely raw, who train this way. You guys saw Antonio when he did his meet at Nationals up in Canada as a junior. Coached him for a year using this method. He went from a 280 squat, lifetime best, to hitting 430 in comp in 1 year. We didn't really back squat. We just did speed boxes. The majority of our squatting, it works. And the reason it works, it doesn't beat you up. It is extremely easy to recover from. Okay? Speed squats done correctly teach you a very, very high rate of force production. They teach us how to power squat. They build the musculature of the power squat, and they teach us how to explode and stay tight. They teach us how to maximize acceleration. Plus, as we rotate the waves, we avoid overuse. Okay, and that's a big part of the situation. How many people out there who squat way less than me, who you are out there, I hear it all the time, people who squat less than my clients, talk about how their knees and hips hurt. Right? Their knees and hips hurt. Well, how much of that is because they have overuse issues from back squatting over and over? Why? You don't do the same movement. When you're out of the novice phase, you don't do the same movement for 12 weeks straight. Okay? You should not be doing that. This is how we get overuse problems, and they accumulate over the years. Okay, the people who only back squat heavy or use linear periodization, they're beat up. They get 20 years into lifting, and these are the people talking about their knees hurt, their hips hurt, their back hurts, because you're doing the same thing all the time. You're doing the same thing. Well, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, we take all the anecdote, we know this happens. But then what does the research say? What is the number one cause of weight room injuries? 90% of them are caused by overuse. 90%. So in what world would you just keep back squatting over and over with the same movement pattern? And then half the time doing this quad dominant thing with the knees going past the toes and stuff. And then you wonder why your knees are inflamed. Well, no shit. Do you hear me complaining about this? I'm 44 years old. I may be 45 by the time this video comes out, because it's coming up here soon. My knees don't hurt. My knees don't hurt at all. Zero knee inflammation. Why? Because I rotate my movements. I don't do the same thing. Most of my squatting is not heavy. It's speed boxes. And what are we running? Like 40 to 50% of our max on the bar? 25 to 30% band tension or chains? And then we train for explosiveness. All right, we train for explosiveness. And then we use other movements to hypertrophy all the weak links. And we rotate those movements. We don't do the same type of good morning all the time. We can change bars. We can add chains. We can add bands. We can do them dead stop off pins. We can change our stance. All right, so let's say you're using good mornings to build weak links. I can come up with 12 different types of good mornings for you to do. Okay, we vary these movements. But when it comes to squatting itself, speed squats, which are done off of a box, speed squats are easy to recover from. They're easy on your joints. They're easy on your tendons. And they produce phenomenal results for developing high rates of force production. And if you can develop high rates of force production, you're going to be stronger. You're going to be a better athlete. Right? And it doesn't fatigue you. You recover. So a lot of times people will see my training like this. They're like, how do you handle these volumes? Well, there's a lot of factors that go into that. But a lot of it is because my squats and deadlifts are all speed work. 95% of them are speed work. They're enormously easy to recover from. It's enormously easy to recover from the speed work. So then I have all this extra recovery available still. It's those of you who come in and you go, oh, I'm going to do 3 or 5 sets of heavy fives on a back squat, who do that, and then you're like, I wouldn't be able to do anything else in a workout. Exactly. I can do my speed squats and I can come and do 4 serious all-out exercises afterwards. I can do speed pulls and they'll still come in and do good mornings, glute ham raises, reverse hypers, and feel just fine. Do what you do and you're beat up after your first exercise. Okay? And again, I'm not saying you won't get bigger and stronger doing it. Right? No one is saying that. But it's going to beat you up more. It's going to limit your ability to do other hypertrophy work to bring up your weak links. The only real downside to the speed squats is that you have to be in shape to do them. So you guys who don't do GPP or conditioning, well, you're going to be at a disadvantage on them. But you're also going to be at a disadvantage in your overall training and your health. Okay, that's the only downside to this stuff. You have to be in shape to do it correctly. So get into shape. That's it. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.